Hello everyone and welcome to Dark Souls 3. I'm your host Time Walker and let's get this party started. My god, that sounds stupid. Okay. Anyway, this will be a full playthrough of Dark Souls 3. I'll be going for a quality build. Not sure which ending I'll be going for. I'll probably leave that to you guys. Whoever yells whichever one the most in the comments will probably win. Other than that, let's see. I spent like a whole 5 days doing a practice run of this game, and I just finished that like 20 minutes ago. The fights against Soul Ascender, Nadir, and Gale will all be going up to alongside this because I figured I might as well get footage of those. So anyway, I hope you guys like how that looks, and well, might as well just get right into the game proper. Wrong button. A plus mark. A plus. You hit the wrong freaking button. Yep. You can see how long I spent on that practice recording. 24 hours! So anyway, I hope my gameplay isn't too rusty after all that. I swear, if I die in episode 1, I'm gonna be so mad at myself.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, Saint of the Deep. Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yom the Giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Cheery. see. Name. How about this? And yes, this is referencing what you guys probably think it's referencing if you can figure it out. There we go. Yep. Was it just me, or did everything load in a little weird there? Okay, back to the start of the game. No high levels, no good equipment, blah blah blah. Maybe at some point I'd consider doing a New Game Plus run of this, but not looking that way for the foreseeable time being. In all honesty, this playthrough's mainly just going to be seeing how quick I can get through the game, how well I do against all the bosses, and how few times I die. Probably edit in like a kill counter for every time I get killed. Right, just tutorial messages. I'm not even playing online. Why am I bothering? And the reason I'm not playing online is because I don't have a PlayStation Plus account. Which I personally think the fact you need a PlayStation Plus account to be able to play online in Dark Souls to be stupid. Because it meant that I also had to get the Platinum Trophy the hard way. By farming. Trying to get rare drops from specific enemies makes you get real sick of fighting those certain enemies. Kinda makes you want to kill yourself. In game, I mean. Don't do anything bad. Let's see, this is the Sunday after Thanksgiving, so I hope anyone watching this soon after the point I'm recording this, hope you had a good weekend in Thanksgiving. I personally enjoyed some rather decent turkey, spent time at home. Didn't really get out much, though. And dead. Well, first bit of actual damage taken in the playthrough when it was only chip damage for the shield. I can live with that. For a second, I thought that dude ragdolling was him grabbing my leg, which would have been... Eesh. Yeah, because I just finished ring sitting earlier, or for like the 5th or so time, and got annoyed in the fact I forgot that there were certain enemies who would grab you by the leg in that DLC. Dude, your aim sucks worse than mine in the actual sport. To time this right. Okay. Yes. Oh, thank goodness for iframes. Oh man, I remember walking into this area my first time through the game back, I think it was like 2 days after the game came out because I ordered the collector's edition for it. Since I liked the Soul series that much. I remember walking in here and first thinking, huh, I'm gonna die, aren't I? Instant I saw this guy. Surprisingly, I actually beat him on my first try. Let's see how well that goes this time. I literally fought the harder version of you yesterday. And no, I am not going to try and parry him. Okay, I deserve that. First time I saw that, I was like, what the heck? What are you doing? Can't quite see. And you're done. Well, no need to use any Estus class. Beat him pretty good, only took one serious hit because his little shoulder hit wasn't really that damaging. Also, on my practice run, I completely forgot this bonfire existed and walked all the way over to Firelink, not knowing that I hadn't lit it. So when I finally got around to area later in the game where it's in the same warp area, I was like, wait. There's fewer warp selections here than there should be. What? Oh, I guess I forgot to light a boss bonfire. Huh, go figure. course, last Tuesday, actually, before Thanksgiving, me and some friends tried to record the one playing Outlast. And man, I was angry because we were using his PS4 and we completely did not realize the fact that you actually had to go into settings to turn the mic on in order to make it so it would actually pick up the mic and recording. We were just done after that, because that was a good recording, and it was absolutely hilarious watching him flail all over the place, crying like a baby. Sounds mean, I know, but I think he had fun. I mean, he just kept shivering, so... I hard to tell if it was shivering from sheer terror or actually getting past like the first 20 minutes of the game. Which personally I didn't think he was going to get that far, since we kind of forced him to also play it on Nightmare difficulty. He wouldn't put it up to insane, but still. And he just died, and it was hilarious. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the main hub of the actual game. I suppose I should, for the people wanting to actually look into lore on some of these items. If I go too fast for you, hit the pause button. And if that's still too fast, slow it down to 0.25 speed and then hit the pause button.
Welcome to the bonfire. I am a firekeeper. I tend to the flame, and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones, and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side. Very well.
Anyway, she is the main way you level up in the game.
Within me. Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
Okay, let's see, what do I want? Well, one of each of my main four first, I guess. That's not one of my main four. Yeah, damage over health.
Ashen One, to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. Sovereignless souls will become thy strength. I will show thee how. Ashen One, bring me souls plucked from their vessels. Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
Let's see, and you didn't mention what to do about the sword.
Ashen One, produce the coiled sword at the bonfire. The mark of ash will guide thee to the land of the lords. To Lothric, where the homes of the lords converge. Farewell, Ashen. May the...
Yeah. So there we go. Main Firelink bonfire established. And before we do anything else, I want to try my hand. This went well for me last time, but I've had it go south real fast. Why'd I do that? I know that's an ambush. get everything down that right? I think so. Anyway, Mr. Swordmaster, how you doing today? Yeah, that's making me nervous. Can you not do that? There we go. Come on, you are one hit from death. I would have laughed if you just walked off, dude. I don't think I can wield that. Nope. Let's see, and that doesn't open from this side, so... Which, for anyone asking how that doesn't make sense, it's such a thing as a bolt. Or a lock. Though a lock wouldn't make sense since it doesn't need a key, it's just saying it's blocked from the other side, so... Yeah, it's a bolt. Yep, I know. So anyway, here we have the main area where you're going to see there's 5 different Lords of Cinder that need to come to their thrones, blah blah blah. And these will be the ones that we need to... Yeah, you saw 3 of them mentioned in the opening cutscene. Yorm, Abyss Watchers... This one you didn't see. This is Lothric. Holy King Lothric. More or less the whole reason the game's plot is existing. Aldrich, and then this guy wasn't mentioned at all. This is Ludleth, and he is actually here already, so I'll just let him talk.
All that unkindled, and a seeker of lords. I am Ludleth of Corlan. Look not in bewilderment as I say. I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder. If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corpse. This sad cadaver, no need to be coy. Have a closer look. Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast fading flame must be linked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is, I became a Lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a Colossus.
Foreshadowing.
Knowest thou of... I may...
Foreshadowing of the very...
Do not be away over long.
Very... end of the game. Anyway, this first little bit might get a little slow at this point because it's just going to be me talking to all the NPCs who are actually sitting around here, because some people like to listen to that. Me for one, when I'm watching this kind of video. So.
Ah, another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots.
Every Souls game has to have a crestfallen guy. Everyone. Anyway, this guy's Hawkwood, the deserter, who deserted the Undead Legion of Farron. So he never actually became a Lord of Cinder like the rest of them.
Don't you think? What a sick joke. Asking us to seek the law. We're talking truth.
Yeah, okay.
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away. Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me. As is thy wont, no?
Yeah, this is essentially the general goods store of the game. And where it's mainly basic stuff, but nothing, yeah, I did buy it, okay. But nothing too extravagant or so until later in the game, because this is where you also buy boss armor. So, I just kind of wanted the torch.
Ashen One, be sure to bring more.
Yeah, you guys can read that if you want.
Ashen One, if my wares are not to thy satisfaction, bring me umbral ash. With ash, I'll fashion new wares. Is it not our sorry fate to sup on death?
Basic information on essentially how to upgrade what's in the shop. Mainly just adds more consumables that can be used.
That soppy gossip? That cordial intrusion layeth the path to embers.
Online play only.
And so thou art in need of a soapstone, Ashen One. Then thy pockets will overflow with souls to trade to me.
Mm-hmm.
Ashen One.
Now this guy was in Dark Souls 1 and I was a little surprised, but at the same time not really, to see them bring him back. Anyway, this is Andre the Blacksmith.
Well, a newcomer, I see. I am Andre. I serve at this shrine as a humble smith, forging weapons. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust. A toilsome journey, I wager. You'll require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith. Such is my purpose.
Actually an NPC in this game who moves their mouth when they talk. Anyway, I don't need an Ashen Estus Flask for this build, so...
Weapons and protection are sturdy enough by and large. But when overused, they'll eventually break. When their durability is low, repair becomes a necessity. Use a powder, or simply rest at a bonfire. But should chance impel them break, bring them me. I'll hammer them back into shape. They take no pleasure in breaking, I assure you. So handle them with care, if you would.
Basic information on how weapons and such work with durability.
There are two ways to smith weapons. Simple reinforcement is one, and infusion the other. Reinforcement is straightforward. It strengthens a weapon without altering its property. Infusion is a more advanced form of smithing that infuses an element. Reinforcement requires titanite, and infusion requires gems. Bring the stones, and I'll do the smithing. It's my purpose, after all. In battle, your weapons are your only friends. Forge them well, and they won't let you down.
Yeah, Jester. Anyway, yeah. That's basically just saying how the game works with upgrading, where, yeah, you see, upgrade a longsword into a longsword +1, which will do more damage and has better scaling then. You need to find coals in order to unlock more infusions, but from the beginning of the game, there's refinement, raw, and fire, where refine basically lowers base damage but improves scaling of a weapon. Raw removes scaling and increases base damage, and fire just adds a fire fire damage to the weapon, which can be interesting, but I'm not planning on using that. And you got one more line, right?
Ah, another matter. Infusing weapons with gems requires a special kind of coal. My humble coals won't be any use infusing more unusual gems. I know, it's an awful shame, but it's all I have. Oh, please don't give me that look. Believe it or not, I'm quite thin-skinned.
Yeah, I'm sure. I remember in Dark Souls 1, if you tried killing him, he could absolutely wreck you because he just starts, like, drop-kicking you and stuff.
Oh, by the way, if you find any Estus shards, bring them here. They can be used to reinforce either of your Estus flasks. Without those flasks, you want for life or focus. And they'll always stay with you. Why not treat them well? Huh?
So yeah, that was
But hey, be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
Yeah, you should be the last NPC around here that I needed to talk to.
Ashen to Lothric.
Yes, I know. We've been for this. Just let me level up, please. One more. And, yeah.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the
Anyway, there's one last matter in Firelink I want to see to. Not that. Okay, so this door is locked and it costs 20,000 souls for the key to use it, and you can't get to the ladder from here. However, in order to get up onto the roof, there's another way that involves abusing the game's collision. Specifically on the tree. I forget where I first found this out. It was some video, but can never get it on like the first attempt. It usually takes a couple. That definitely wasn't going to be it. I promise this is going to be like the only glitch I'm going to try to use in the game. If it's even a glitch, considering the fact they never bothered trying to patch it. But then again, they might have to rewrite collision for a lot of the area, and that would just be too complicated. Yeah, I can see why they wouldn't, but it almost half feels like the collision was left faulty here on purpose. That was just bad. think I'm approaching it from the wrong angle. Ah! Almost. That definitely wasn't it. Nope. No, I didn't even go up the tree on that one. That's gonna hurt a little. No, hey. That will. Yep. And what is with me today? Got this the other day on like the 5th try. Oh. Platforming and non-platforming games. Totally gonna work perfectly 100% of the time, right? This is just starting to get stupid. Ah. If only that one little bit of outcropping was a little farther away, might actually be able to do this more easily. I thought I had it that time. Definitely didn't have it that time. Let's just make sure I don't accidentally kill myself. Come on, I do not want to give this up. There's something I really want in there. Two things, actually. Just jumping off at the wrong angle. No. is going to give me more trouble than any boss in the game. Which, on that note, game that came out fairly recently that everyone's still raving about is Cuphead. Which I get why with like the aesthetic and everything, but people comparing its difficulty to Dark Souls just seems kind of weird because it's difficult in a completely different manner. I mean, that game, they're just throwing everything at you and you have to keep track of stuff at once. This, it's more like you need to be incredibly focused on like one thing, pay attention to it, and make sure not to mess up, because in that game I feel it's more due to programming due to making it difficult on purpose that makes it hard, whereas with Dark Souls it's more you're going to mess up because of your own fault, not so much because of the programming. I mean, because I know in that game you can get like hit when your character's off screen, which is just stupid by the way, and it just kind of relies on people not being able to play something perfectly. I'm not saying the game's like overrated or anything, I just disagree with people's comparison. Unlike my friends who seem to hop on everything is overrated. Because I was specifically ticked off at one of them the other day when he called Shovel Knight overrated. First off, don't call a game overrated if you haven't played it. Second off, it's a good game. This is getting me so frustrated right now. I swear, this should have been done and over with ages ago. Oh my gosh. Finally! I did it! Took way too long. I at least want to get to Lothric before this episode's over. Okay, so anyway, first things up here, regular crystal lizard. Drop rare upgrade materials usually whenever you manage to kill one. However, they disappear after a few seconds if you don't manage to catch up to them. Unlike the gigantic one that I fought earlier, in which case those are guaranteed to drop Titanite scales, and will respawn. I mean, will not respawn, but they do not disappear if you don't catch up to them, because they actually try to kill you. Yeah, Pickle Pea and Pumperum, this game's a crow trait in that every Souls game has, where essentially you leave something and basically you get something better for leaving it. In this case, Iron Bracelet, because this is entirely how you get Solaire set in the game. Anyway, they actually have a nest above the roof, but I can't get to that yet without that key. What I wanted was this, because that'll let me get another Estus flask. Yep, don't care. And over here is actually an illusory wall, so you just hit that and go on through. And this was the other thing I wanted, which is actually the Silver Serpent Ring, covetous Silver Serpent Ring, which lets me get more souls from more enemies that I kill. So that way I should be able to level up in the early part of the game a bit more quickly. Okay, Andre, see what you can do with this.
Tis what?
And then it tells you if you don't have any of them. You can upgrade to have a total of 15 Estus flasks, and then there's another upgrade for it that improves how much health or focus that it gives you. So, and there'll be a total of plus 10 on that, because there's 10 of those upgrade undead bone shards. Anyway, let's actually go to Lothric in this first episode. Hopefully I should be able to kill the dead guy. The one guy at the dead end of this area. And no, I will not really bother editing anything out because I'm too lazy and I'm just recording this with PlayStation's recording stuff and not an actual capture card or anything. Okay, so welcome to Lothric. Pretty interesting area. Let's see, I can see one. Okay. Actually, wait. I can't remember if there's something up here or not. I don't think so. No. Okay. But anyway, let me see. I see one, I see two, I see three, let's see, four. Yeah, I can see at least 4 different boss areas from here. Okay, first things first, go across the ambush guy. Never falling for you again. So that's clever, actually. Hey, come on, you dogs, please. Dang it, not both of you. Not both of you. There you go. Hey, buddy. I love the sound effect on a parry in this game. Not gonna bother trying to do it to you, though. Anyway, this will be a shortcut for later. yet. There wasn't anything up here. No. Right. Do I want? Yeah. Anyway, up here's the first really dangerous enemy we'll be running into for a while. Hey, can you kill the guy behind you too, please? No? These guys are essentially really weak to fire, so use that to your advantage. On the staircase, yes. Okay, can you back up a little from here so I can sneak back up there? Thank you. Can I walk upstairs? Dang it, you did not kill that guy. Dead, so now it's time to deal with this plain annoying dude. Anyway, the unfortunate thing about these guys is if you want the good drops from them, you have to let them mutate or power up or whatever you want to call that. I don't believe they respawn though. Not these ones anyway. Later on in another area, later in the game they do, but... Well, let's see. We're gonna call this an episode then. No deaths so far. So far my greatest enemy is a tree. All in all, I think it went fairly well. Hopefully the next one goes a bit better, since I won't be dealing with the infuriating, frustrating ficus. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time then. I've been Time Walker, and I'll catch you later.